Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the June Keys Penguin Habitat. My name's Michelle. I'm joined today with Kelly, and Sawyer is one of our interns who's spending the day with us. Now, what we're doing is giving our penguins their afternoon lunch. Here comes Patsy. Let me see if I can get Patsy to eat real quick. Nope. There goes that one. That's my hand. There we go. Patsy got hers in a herring. Now what I'm doing is I'm actually letting Kelly know how much each penguin's eating. And this is really important for us to keep track of because during certain seasons, they're going to change how much they consume. Right now, we are getting ready to go into our catastrophic molt stage. And what that simply means is that all these penguins, and I'm going to use right there is a stare as my highest stare. So this is Gats, and he was our youngest, and he has gone through his entire molt. He actually looked like one of our juvenile penguins for quite some time. Now, because he has already gone through his molt, he was the first one. He looks all nice and pretty. Now, a stare, and this is actually Admiral Fancy Pants. Are you hungry? There we go. They are going through their catastrophic. He is finishing. He's just about to begin. And you can see he doesn't look too happy. Hi, buddy. Now, do you behave? Now, they're not in the best of moods when this is going on because you're talking about 2 to 3 weeks of them losing their feathers, growing new feathers on. And so they tend to get a little testy at times. A lot of times they just want somebody to come up and give them a nice little scratch behind the collar because they need to work to get all these feathers off. Because all these feathers are going to be leaving his body pretty darn soon. You can see that it's on his wings are already coming off. Whereas a stare here, hi buddy, he is actually allopreening me, and that's what he's doing right there. If you notice, I'm scratching him, and he's utilizing his beak to try to scratch me. And if you notice, I'm scratching him, and some of these feathers are coming off. That's normal, because these are his old feathers, and we want to make way for those new feathers coming in. Can I get the back? So they're still pretty much attached. I'm not going to pluck him. What I'm doing is just kind of scratching his neck. And if the feathers are ready to go, they'll fall off. And you can see I'm making a nice little pillow here. There you go. And you can see how easy they're popping off. And he's loving this because it's a little pain when you can't get him on the back side of your neck. If you've ever had an itch you can't scratch yourself. He's really enjoying this. Good boy. Now, this is his second molt, so he's already known what he's gone through. But Gats didn't know what he was getting into when he started, and he was pretty miserable. But you can see we have a lot of different penguins in different stages of their molts. And that is normal. The youngest penguins tend to molt first. And then it goes on from age. Now, because of the temperatures that we've had, I would definitely let Gats out of that little area because he will, there we go. Because of the temperatures, we're seeing different age penguins, like Paddles over there is going into molt faster than, say, some of our younger penguins. And we think it's because of that temperature increase that we had a couple of weeks back. But you can see that they are no worse for wear. They just eat a lot during this time of year. Whereas a normal penguin will eat about 3 to 4 herring. When they're getting ready for molt, we can have penguins eat 8 to 10 herring. Our small female whatever, she'll eat close to 40 to 50 capelin. Now, we do offer 2 different types of fish here. We have herring, which looks like this. And then we have capelin, which looks like this. And if you were to think about it, herring's a much fattier fish, so they don't require as much to do the same job. Capelin is a much leaner fish. Still has lots of nice calories in it for them. It's just not as dense. Let me get that down. Now, one of the things that we're taking track of is not only how much they're eating, but if they've gotten their vitamins. Everything that we give all of our animals here at the aquarium at the Pacific is restaurant quality, but it is frozen, so it does lose some of the nutrients. So what we do is we actually supplement that diet with vitamins. And so what Kelly's writing down is I'm telling her, okay, he got his med in a herring, he got his med in a capelin, and we want to keep track of that all the time because we want to make sure that they do get the required nutrients that they need. Now, like I was saying, a molt can take anywhere from 2 to 3 weeks, depending on the bird. They will stay up on deck during the molt. When they lose all those feathers, they are no longer waterproof. And so what you'll see is they'll just hang out with their feet in the water. We do have mister lines set up, so we will turn those mister lines on, and it keeps it a little bit cooler up here. It keeps them a little bit wet, and that's good for them because that's what they like. They would rather have their time spent in... Sorry, there is not enough space around me. They want to have enough time up on deck, but have them be nice and comfortable as well. And that's part of my job, is to make sure that the life here of the penguins are extremely, extremely good and well taken care of. All penguins will go through the molt. Our chicks that we have finished their molt, and so they still look like a juvenile, whereas... Let me see who's coming up. Thinking, yeah, it looks like Ludwig. Whoops. You already got your vitamin. And no. Penguins don't realize that there are penguins in South America that really want food. Penguins are a lot like 3-year-olds when you're feeding them. Sometimes they want their food, sometimes they do not want their food. And they will let you know. They'll toss it at you. They will just fling it into the water. So we are very cognizant of this. We kind of know which way each penguin likes to have their food given to them. We have certain penguins that like to have their food tossed to them. We have certain penguins that will only eat capelin, certain penguins that will only eat herring. The herring has to be looking to the right or to the left. It's pretty unique, and it's my job to remember who's who and what they want. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I would like to say thank you all for coming to the aquarium, because your admission does help us take care of all of our animals. So for myself, the girls, and all the penguins, we hope you enjoy your day here at the Aquarium of the Pacific, and we hope to see you again real soon.